Robert Howtrier asks, since we now have Minecraft, what other major indie games would you like to see come to Wii U?
So for me, the answer is both obvious and optimistic because it's probably going to happen, and that's Axiom Verge. You guys have heard me rant, but I think legitimately, to me, Axiom Verge is my favorite 2D Metroid game. So, and Tom Happ, the sole developer of the game, someone had asked him on, I don't remember, maybe Twitter or something like that a little while ago, if there was any chance for Axiom Verge to come to Wii U, and he said, it's probably happening in 2016, and he just kind of left it at that. So, there's a very good chance of that, and I think that's a game that a lot of Nintendo fans would just eat right up, and especially since, Nintendo hasn't made a new 2D Metroid game in well over a decade, and they haven't made one at all in quite a few years, so...
I'd love to see Undertale because of the huge Earthbound ties, but I think that was all made in RPG Maker, so that's not happening. Axiom Verge would be awesome. Gang Beasts would be a lot of fun, those of you, if anyone's heard of Gang Beasts. But the big one for me is Rocket League.
Yes.
Yeah, because obviously that's such a big thing right now, but also because Nintendo skins on those cars would be so perfect. And I think they're doing like some Microsoft character skins on them for Xbox One, but obviously there's stuff like the Blue Falcon, Landmasters, Samus's ship, Mario Karts, which would all be great to see. But then there's also stuff like Bowser's Hot Rod from the 3D world, DKC Minecarts. And what I really want to see is the cars from Stunt Race FX for the Super Nintendo, which is just the perfect crossover for Rocket League, and it would be a fun little callback to one of the more obscure moments in Nintendo's history. Not a lot of people remember that game, but it was pretty cool, and it was at least cute and designed really nicely, and it just fits really well with Rocket League, so I'd love to see skins like that.
My pick, and I really only have one, apart from Rogue Legacy, which is a game I haven't played, but I would like to play on Wii U rather than on PS4. The big one that I'd love to see, though, and this will not happen, but it would be great if it did, is No Man's Sky. That's such a huge game that a lot of people are anticipating, and I know it's so strongly associated with PlayStation at this point, but I can totally imagine great user experience tweaks with the Wii U gamepad, especially since it has this sort of ship component, which could be really fun if they had sort of ship controls on the gamepad. I don't know, it's just such an imaginative game, and I'd love to see more of those imaginative sort of exploration, no boundaries, pioneering games on Wii U, and Minecraft is a good step, and this would be a good sort of second step.
Yeah. I love that in theory. I think my biggest reason for probably why it wouldn't happen isn't the Sony ties, but just the fact that Wii U only has 1 gigabyte of RAM for dedicated to games. So I can't imagine you'd be able to load that massive of a game.
Yeah, it's probably more possible on NX, but probably still not possible on NX. But I can dream, can't I?
Please do.
Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.